Hey, how are you all? This is it, Late Night Live. We are here for the Late Night Live once again. Hello, hello, hello to you all. Now, this is the retry. This is retrying everything because the first attempt went a bit down the pan, didn't it? Because of poor internet. But this is the second attempt at getting episode 27 done and dusted. But this is it. But it's fun, the late night lives. And as I've been doing lately for the last few months, if I can, on a weekly basis, doing these late night lives. And here we are. Oh, Shapa, the first attempt, it was all that buffering troubles, remember? All the buffering troubles just a few minutes ago that happened. It was about 5 minutes ago. It was the buffering issues and things. So that's why I'm redoing this one. This is being redone, but here we are. Hopefully doing it where there's not too much buffering. Hopefully, and all that. But hello to you, Sapper, and hello to you, Matt. Hello to Matt and Sapper. Hello to you both. And of course, hello to Heidi in her absence. Hello to Heidi in her absence. And hello to the other. So we got 2 in here, and we got 5 viewing in total. So hello to the other 3 of you who are lurking in the background. Hello to the other 3 of you. Hello, hello, hello. And this is it. Late Night Live as usual. I'm all right. I'm all right. Which Harvey are you referring to, Sapper? The Harvey you're talking about? Which Harvey are you referring to, if I may ask, Sapper? We are indeed back, Tommy, yes. This is the Late Night Live. But the first attempt, which I attempted nearly 20 minutes ago, nearly 20 minutes ago, the internet connection was poor, so I had to redo it again until the internet was better and all that. But we are here again, Tommy, for this time the Late Night Live. Hello to you as usual. Good man, Tommy. Always a pleasure seeing you. Wait a moment. But do excuse looking extremely wrapped up because I've got a big dressing gown on, as you can see. I've got a great big dressing gown. And, oh goodness, what is this showing? All right. For those of you who want to see, this is what my arm looks like. That's what it looks like. But need to pull the dressing gown sleeve up because it's very, very cold. It is an extremely cold night tonight in England of the United Kingdom. It's pale blue. Oh gosh. No, thank you, Matt. Thank you for your friendliness towards Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you indeed. Yourself and Matt. I didn't know yourself and Matt have daily conversations, Sapper. I didn't know that, Tommy. How interesting learning that yourself and Matt have daily conversations. We will leave you fine gents to have your confiamo. Are you going to bed now, Sapper? Do sleep well, won't you? Sleep well. And hoping you get well soon, since you're not terribly well at the moment. Hoping you get well soon. You met up whilst both of you met up whilst you was while I was me and my family were on holiday. Whilst yourself and your family. Um, how interesting learning that yourself and Matt met up whilst yourself and your family were on holiday, Tommy. How interesting learning of this. Hello to Gertrude. Hello to you. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing, but it's wonderful seeing you. And Nutmeg. Hello to you, Nutmeg. Hello to you. Always wonderful seeing you. Hate your phone. Oh, what happened to your phone? Tommy, what happened to your phone? Janet. Hello to Janet. Hello to you. Gertrude, get your coat. Supper? Did Gertrude not have her coat? The organ play. Play a tune. Oh, Matt. Good advice, Tommy. Good advice. And thank you, Nutmeg, for wishing Sapper well for his organ playing. But Janet, I did see you. Hello, Janet. Hugs to you always, Janet. And hugs to you too, Nutmeg and Gertrude. Hugs sent your way always. Oh, Gertrude, thank you for your friendliness towards Janet. And thank you for the hugs towards Janet. No, Janet needs our hugs, doesn't she? I mean, I'd certainly give her a hug, especially given what she'd went through. Pamela! Hello! Pamela! Hi! Oh my goodness, it's Pamela Motto. Hello to our lovely Pamela. Everybody loves and adores. Harriet, it's been far too long since you saw me. Time for a haircut. I don't need one at the moment. It's been over a month since I last had a haircut, but I don't need one at the moment. Pamela, I would not say hello to you, Pamela, without giving you a great big hug and squeeze always. Oh, 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 oh. A great big, nice long hug to you, Pamela. But Harriet, you just watched my live. You just watched the inspirational live I did before doing this current live. Oh, oh. Halloween was spooky. Halloween was spooky, Nutmeg. Oh no, you had a horrible work day on Halloween plus family stuff. Oh gosh. I mean, gosh, you really went through something, didn't you, Nutmeg? Oh, sorry hearing about that, Nutmeg. Sorry hearing that Halloween was a mess. So sorry hearing that Halloween was a mess for you, Nutmeg. Apologies hearing so. No. I'd always give you a big long hug and squeeze, Pamela, my lovely. Oh. Oh, I love you, Pamela. I really do. I mean, all of us love you. You're our wonderful friend. All of us, or everybody, loves and adores. And if any one of your friends, if there are any friends of yours who have not expressed their love towards you, they're making a terrible mistake. In my opinion, that is. Any one of your friends who are not who have not shown their love towards you, you know, they're making a terrible mistake. I would certainly say that. Howdy, howdy, Zeph. Howdy, howdy. Thank you for your friendliness towards Gertrude, Nutmeg, Sapper, Harriet, Janet, Pamela, Jody, and all of us. Yes, hugs to you, Zeph. I think the thing you'd expect from Pamela is nothing but a big hug and squeeze from her, you know. And thank you, Pamela and Janet, for your friendliness towards Nutmeg. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Jody, for your friendliness towards Zeph. Thank you. Hands pumps always do wonders. Oh, Tommy. Very well said point, Tommy. Well said point indeed. The old organs need maintenance, and with someone with small, dainty hands is preferable. Mine are small. My hands are small, Sapper. So would I be ideal? By all means. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for your friendliness towards others. Thank you. Oh, you're dying. You're dying with laughter because of what Tommy said, Zeph. Oh, goodness. It does better with a blow, though. There you go, Sapper. You have a volunteer. Oh, gosh. Oh, Harriet's in laughter. Sapper's crying. Zeph's laughing. Oh, Janet. Oh, Janet, thank you for your friendliness towards Zeph and Jody. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you have some takers. Just had to let it go out, but I'm all right. This conversation is killing you. Oh, goodness, Nutmeg. Oh, gosh. No, but Nutmeg, above and beyond anything, my apologies. My apologies, learning that you had a Halloween mess. Apologies, learning, Nutmeg, that your Halloween was an outright mess. But I'm hoping that this time next year, you'll have a much happier and better Halloween. Fingers crossed. Well, this is the naughtiest subtle convo. Oh, Pamela, we haven't upset you too much, have we? We're talking about organ and hand pumps and things. You've got small, dainty hands too. Harriet, mine are small too. So would they count as small and dainty, Harriet, looking at the size of my hands? That's the size of my hands. Small, small, small. I've got particularly small hands for a man to tell oneself of things. Your hands are definitely not small. Well, look at mine, Tommy. Mine are small. Mine are definitely small. It was a shit storm of all sorts. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Not brilliant. But yes, I'm hoping that this time next year will be a better Halloween for you. We'll have a few in a couple of weeks. Your hands are definitely not small. Tommy said that his hands are not small. Yours are small. Oh gosh, Andy, you've got smaller hands than I do. To tell you something, Harriet, you'd be surprised. I've met many ladies, fully grown ladies, that is, who've got bigger hands than what I've got. My mother and I, we've got tiny hands. Small to tiny hands is what we've got, my mother and I. But gosh, it sounds like you've got tiny hands, Harriet. Oh, goodness. Might might need some oil, Sapper. Hasn't been used in a while. WD-40 is needed. No, but Pamela, if you're still here, I hope we've not upset you too much when you said this was the naughtiest conversation you'd came across. I really, well and truly hope we've not upset you too much, Pamela. Last thing we'd want is making you very, very upset. How about a hug, Pamela? How about a nice long hug? Because I know you like the hugs, don't you? Because I know you like the hugs, and I'd give you a hug if you were upset. I'd give you a big, nice long hug if you were upset, Pamela. I'd do that to you. You're off to sleep before you get into trouble. Oh no, Sapper, you're not going to get into any trouble. It was just an observation Pamela said about our conversation, but I was worried she was terribly offended. But how about a hug, Pamela? I'd give you a hug if you were painfully upset. I'd certainly would. Yes, yes, do get well soon, Sapper. Hoping you get well soon. You'll get into trouble. What would you get into trouble for, Sapper? Oh. If you have more whiskey, you'll definitely be drunk. But Tommy, I don't know if I've asked you or not, but have you ever drank sherry, wine, and gin and beer before? Have you ever drank those drinks before, Tommy, if I may ask? No, but oh, I'd give Pamela a nice big hug any day. Oh, not a wine person, but you do like gin. You'll drink anything. Hope you get organs straightened out. You are working on tucking it straight. Oh, I think I ought to let go. Not let go of the live stream. I meant let go of something else. Oh yes, yes. Hello to Hailey. Hello to Hailey in her absence. Hello. No, not let go of the organ. Let go of Pamela for giving her a big, nice, long hug. That's what I meant. Matt, apologies for not making myself clear on that, but there you are. Matt could never let go of his organ. I wouldn't be surprised on that, Tommy. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't let go. Well, I would. I do when you're giving somebody a hug, Nutmeg, you do eventually have to let go. You know. Even though I'd give a big, nice, long hug to Pamela any day, I obviously will need to know when it's time to let go. Obviously. Because when we give hugs to people, we do have to eventually let go of the tightening held embrace. That's the way it always goes and works around with hugs and things and all that. To tell you odd things, Nutmeg. But one thing I'm not letting go of the live at the moment. We've got well over an hour yet. We've got a good well over an hour yet, Nutmeg, to tell you odd things. You've made Zeph laugh, Harriet. Dainty hands. Well, Shepper, If I may ask you, Sapper, do my hands count as dainty? Do my hands count as dainty? If since seeing what they look like, do they count as dainty? But Sapper, if I may ask, if you're still here, do my hands count as dainty by all means? Oh, God. You should see what my mother's hands look like, Sapper. You'd be astonished to see what they look like. Yes, I know you've got arthritis. You've got arthritis. Poor Nutmeg. Not just arthritis, but other things. Poor Nutmeg has poor health. Poor lady. Sure, at Christmas I could stuff the bird. Oh, Sapper. Oh, Sapper. You are very good on the organ if anyone is interested. Hello to KC the cat. Hello to you. It's K, isn't it? Hello to K. You're not upset. Oh, I'm so happy learning you're not upset. But what I meant to say, Pamela, was if you ever were upset, I'd always give you a big, nice, long hug if you were upset. I'd always give you one. But people were saying when I gave you the embraced hug, that Nutmeg was saying, no, don't let go. But I was like, but when you're giving somebody a hug, Nutmeg, you do eventually have to let go. The point to share with her. Sapper's organs in poor health. I don't think health can count with an organ. It's normally health with people and animals. But you could say shape or condition for organs and things, Nutmeg. I don't think you could say organs have health on things. Yours hasn't been played in a while, your organ. Some birds like a good stuffing. Dainty hands are better than big hands, allegedly. Oh, gosh. Well, yours are obviously big, Sapper, obviously bigger than mine. No offense to you on saying it, though. Hello to you, Kaz. Hello, hello, hello to you. Send it your way. You'll get it up to good order. A fat finger or two always does the talk. Oh, Harriet. Harriet, Harriet, Harriet. You are cheeky, aren't you? Oh, it's a pleasure, Pamela. It's a pleasure. I love you, Pamela, and I always love you dearly. I mean, who couldn't love you, Pamela? We love you dearly. And and like I said before, if there are any friends of yours who have not yet shown such unconditional love to you, they're making a terrible mistake, in my opinion, to tell you on things. And much love to your cats too. Just listening, you was just listening for the last 10 minutes, and it's quite the struggle trying to differentiate between the risque and the innocent chatter, mainly because you think a lot is not being understood. Oh no, don't worry. We're okay. We're doing okay, Kaz. So no worries at all. No need to worry. We were just having a bit of fun. That's all. Just having a bit of fun. Most men like a tight embrace. I like a tight embrace. You know? I'd always give a tight embrace to our lovely Pamela. Or any of you, really. The only ones I'd be more careful of are smaller people. I'd be more careful. I'd only be more careful to those who are smaller giving a tight embrace, Harriet, that's all. But would obviously won't go any further than that, but we'll just share that short point regarding tightening embraces and things, or tightening hugging embraces and things. Not in the slightest bit worried, just, oh, okay. Thank you for assuring us of that, Kaz. Thank you for the assurance. We were talking namely organs, Pamela. Earlier on, we were talking about organs and dainty hands. That's what we were talking about. Organs and dainty hands, Pamela, Kaz, and Nutmeg. That's what we were talking about earlier on. Organs. I've forgotten what I said. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot what I said. Oh no. Oh dear. Hello to you, Kai. Hello to you. Organs indeed. Organs and dainty hands. Yes, that's what we were talking about. Organs and dainty hands. Laughing so damn hard. Dainty hands, Gate. Oh, oh, goodness. People's hands come in different shape and size. And even though I've got small hands, to tell oneself as truth as things, people's hands come in all different shapes and sizes to tell oneself of things. And same with small, skinny arms like what I've got. Everybody's arms and hands and small, skinny arms, they all come in different shapes and sizes. That's all. Nobody wants to see your hands, they are battered, oh gosh. And the odd fat finger. This is true, Nutmeg, yes, this is true. Organs come in different shapes and sizes too. This is very well shared. Completely well shared, or Nutmeg, yes. Welcome to playing ice hockey. Fights all the time. I could imagine there are fights all the time in ice hockey. I'm not surprised. Everything and everyone come in all different shapes and sizes. True. Completely true, Kai. Very, very completely true. Well shared statement and well shared sentiment. Completely well shared sentiment on that. It rubs the lotion on its organ and it gets the hose again. Think that's from the Silence of the Lambs. But I did want to share there has been a bit of worry in recent times. We've been a little worried about Nixie, and I can share why. You know, Mine has been a bit of worry this weekend is because about Nixie is because Nixie's not been herself this weekend. Poor Nixie. And why I say Nixie's not been herself this weekend is because she's not really been eating very much, and she's just generally been quite quiet. You know, she's generally been quite quiet. Poor Nixie. But if she's no better on Monday, she'll be taken to the vet. So that's a little bit of sadness, unfortunately. You know. Well, not worried really, because we've been worried about our poor Nixie. No, sorry if we were a little bit silent a moment ago, Kai, but I thought I'd break the silence with what I had to share about poor Nixie. No. I don't know what's wrong with Nixie. We don't know, but if she's no better on Monday, she'll be taken to the vet. Not at Halloween. We don't let the cats out at night, Nutmeg. We only let the cats outside during the day. But when it comes evening tea time, that's when they're brought back in, and then we don't let them out after tea time. No, her ears are not down. Her ears are not down, Nutmeg, no. But she's not really been eating. Well, she has eating. She does eat, but not a lot. You know, she doesn't really eat a lot at the moment. All 8 of yours went to the vet for health checks last week. It wasn't very fun, but it's always good to have a reassuring checkup. Hopefully, all is well with Nixie. Hoping so too, Kaz. I'm hoping Nixie is well too, but if she's no better on Monday, she'll be taken to the vet if she's no better to assuredly tell you of things. I don't know what could be wrong with poor Nixie, Nutmeg, because actually, for Nixie to not want to eat her meals and for her to be so quiet, it's very unlike her. It's very unlike her to be so quiet and not wanting to eat her meals, to tell you odd things, Nutmeg. It's very unlike her. You know, it's very unlike Nixie to not want to eat her tea or be so quiet. Just to say, Nutmeg. But if she's no better Monday, she'll be taken to the vet. I don't know about fireworks. I've never seen my cats I've never heard my cat's reactions to fireworks, Kaz, so I can't really comment on that at the moment. Unless I'd heard my cat's reaction to fireworks, I can give out a better comment, but because I've not seen their reaction to fireworks, I cannot comment at the moment. Blinky just let out a loud meow. Think she heard about Nixie. Oh gosh. No, but I'm happy you've got the company of a cat, Nutmeg. I mean, poor Nutmeg. Taking into account Nutmeg's poor health and the worry of elderly relatives alongside that, the worry of very elderly relatives, and poor health with arthritis and about 2 or 3 other health troubles. I'm happy you've got the company of a cat so that things aren't too burdensome for you. I mean, poor Nutmeg, dealing every day with poor health. Not an easy thing for one to contemplate too. But interesting learning that Blinky let out a loud meow after she had about Nixie. You're going to Lewis Bonfire on the 5th of November. Gosh. Yourself and your friend are walking home from Lewis. Back to Brighton. Like, wait a moment. Okay. No, Nixie doesn't eat plants, Nutmeg, no. But your Blinky is a plant eater. Oh, gosh. You have to be careful not to have you'd have to be vitally careful not to have a toxic plant. Vitally careful on that matter. Wait a moment. Sorry, wait a moment. I had to check something. No, I know that. No, I know that, Nutmeg. I do know that. I do know that people have poor health far worse than you. I do know that, Nutmeg, and just think of how difficult it is to contemplate. You know, it has a it's a very tough thing to contemplate to extremely poor health. I mean, it's difficult enough for you having to contemplate with poor health, but people having health worse than yours, that's extremely tough to contemplate to it. It's extremely tough thing for one to contemplate to. Your cat always scratches your furniture. Your entire house is completely trashed up. Oh gosh. Gertrude Specs is on. Oh, Matt and Harriet on the meat and two veg thing. No, but Kai, if I may ask you, Kai, don't you think it would be easier to get the train to Lewis for the bonfire night on the 5th of November? Never. Oh gosh. You are having it with Matt, aren't you, Harriet? You're certainly getting on with it with Matt, aren't you? Oh, Janet, nutmeg arthritis. Arthritis is the friend who gets inside even if you don't open the door. It's never welcome and it hurts. I know. It's normally just Guy Fawkes because it's Guy Fawkes night at Nutmeg, 5th of November. It's the Guy Fawkes night. You had leftover lamb stew tomorrow. Think of going for a homemade noodle bake with besan. Harriet, you were asking what I had for tea recently. I don't eat it very often, but for tea recently, I had a pork tea. I had pork with some mashed potatoes and some peas and sweet corn. That was what I had for tea tonight, recently. And tomorrow it's back to the fruit and vegetable and fish diet afterwards. It'll be back to fruit and vegetable and fish diet after the tea I had recently, because as you know, I generally stick to a fruit and vegetable and fish diet. No, I can imagine arthritis is completely no fun. You know, some people have got very bad arthritis to the point where they can hardly do anything with their hands, to the point where it has a significant curtailment. You know, and with you, Nutmeg, it's obviously got to the point where arthritis has affected your mobility in a few bits and pieces. I mean, that is tough to contemplate too. That is very tough to contemplate too, especially only in your 50s. You know, arthritis that's hurts to the point where it's affected your mobility in a few bits and pieces. That is very tough. That is extremely tough to contemplate too. That really is painfully tough to contemplate to that. Guy Fawkes was an English conspirator. No, I know that. I completely know that, Sapper. I completely know that. I completely know that. This is completely true, Sapper. Hello to Nicholas Linus. Hello, hello, hello to you. Oh, Matt and Harriet talking about the pork. Never tried elk. Oh gosh, Janet. You already had surgery on left hand because arthritis had eaten away your thumb joint. So I know how, no, arthritis is brutal. Arthritis can be very brutal, and it really can be a painful curtailment to many people who have it. Might be having unplanned bonfires in the US on the 5th of November. Nicola Linus, hello to Nicholas Linus. No, we're live streaming at the moment, but if you're going to sleep now, do sleep well, won't you, Nicholas? But it was wonderful seeing your appearance momentarily. Wonderful seeing you momentarily. Nothing like a good pork. I didn't have pork pie. I did not have pork pie, had it. It was pork meat. It was pork meat I had with some mashed potato and some peas and sweet corn. Well, I do well to by and large, Harriet. By and large, Harriet, to tell you odd things, I only the only time when I eat the only time when I eat slightly more meat is the only time I eat the only time when I eat slightly more meat is come the winter time. I only eat slightly more meat in the winter time, but other than that, I really don't eat a lot of meat. Otherwise, this is true, Harriet. Yes, this is certainly true. But they were just sharing a point regarding the U.S. election. That's all. I'd recommend you go for the surgery, Nutmeg. If it's really got to the point where you've got a significant curtailment in your thumb joints and wrists and fingers, I'd recommend you go for the surgery. Well, if it's not too dangerous, that is, you know. But I mean, I mean, obviously, it's going to be very difficult for you to get to the surgery, won't it? Given that arthritis has already got to the point where it's had a curtailment on your mobility in a few bits and pieces. So I would only very, very carefully advise you going to have the surgery or not, because arthritis has obviously had a curtailment to your mobility, not to mention your hands and all that. Awful. That's a tricky, tricky thing to contemplate to, a tough thing to contemplate to. Awful, awful. Had surgery a few years ago when you wore your ACL playing football. Oh gosh, Kai. They fixed it, but you don't have a lot of strength in that hand. It doesn't hurt as bad now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Put your hands down. I'm not under arrest. Less pain is better than more strength. You need, well, one does want strength in the hands, but to have a lack of strength in your hand, obviously you've got to be careful how you use that hand, obviously. You know. Janet, just to say, regarding recommending Nutmeg having surgery on her hands and things, I would be more careful advising Nutmeg to have surgery and all that. Not only has it got to the point where Nutmeg has curtailment in the hands, thumbs and fingers and wrist joints, Janet, but it's actually got to the point. I mean, she'll correct me in case I'm wrong, but it has got to the point where arthritis has had a curtailment on Nutmeg's mobility, to tell you of things, Janet. So I would advisably be careful as to what we advise Nutmeg, whether we should really should be careful advising Nutmeg to have surgery or not, because of what arthritis has got to the point where it's had a curtailment to her on and all that. Just to tell you of things, Janet, and all that, but she'll correct me in case I'm wrong, you know. I've got my hands in the air like I just don't care what on earth. Oh, gosh. Oh, have you got to go now, Kai? Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now, Kai. You take care. Sleep well. Sleep well. Thank you, Matt and Janet. Thank you for your friendliness towards Kai. Thank you. Thank you. But Janet, I mean, I wasn't trying to have a go. I wasn't trying to have a go at you when talking about what to advise, or how to being careful advising certain things to our Nutmeg. I wasn't having a go, you know. But we could get a wheelchair for our Nutmeg to take her if she was in desperate need for surgery. One could be able to take her to the hospital in the wheelchair and all that. But I'm not trying to say anything rude or discriminatory. I'm just saying. That's what I meant. I mean, you know. Oh, and another thing I forgot to say to Janet about being careful of advising you to have surgery, Nutmeg, is not just what arthritis has got to the point where it's given the curtailment with, but obviously your other health troubles to the point where it's left you in full-blown poor health. Very, very tough thing to contemplate, too. Extremely, extremely tough thing to contemplate, too. Yeah. How much can one say in one day? Oh, gosh. Oh, Jody. Oh, Jody. Oh, Jody, you are funny. I'm glad you can walk, but I just don't know how much longer you'd be able to. I mean, with arthritis, you can't take for granted how long you can walk for because eventually arthritis can significantly affect one's mobility, nutmeg. But I think you have to be, I'm sure you have to be careful as to how far you can walk. I'm pretty sure you have to be careful as to how far you can walk because of arthritis and all that. Wouldn't recommend surgery to anyone. But the only thing I would be worried about, Nutmeg, is your walking ability in the next 10, 20 years. That's the only thing I would obviously advise more caution about to you and all that. No, I'm happy learning, Janet, that you wouldn't recommend surgery to anyone without the other medical problems being considered. No, no, that's vitally important. That other problems are considered on what criteria one's health is in order to refer them to surgery or recommend surgery and all that. 5th November, not terribly certain, Nutmeg. Not terribly certain yet. Tricky, tricky, tricky one, really, you know. Spending a night in front of the television. Not surprised, not surprised. Oh, you've obviously taken a humorous stance toward Jodie, yes. Oh, goodness. You tested out your portable power station and solar panels. Bought a while ago, but never tested it out. We certainly do, Harriet. Yes, we do love our Jodie. Indeed, we do. Indeed, we do. You are certainly completely right on that, Harriet. You are certainly well and truly completely right. But if one wants to know where Hailey is, as it turns out, Hailey was not yet subscribed, which I didn't know. I didn't know that. You know, so I didn't know that Hailey had not yet subscribed. You know, because I mean, I didn't know Hailey was not subscribed, but because Hailey's not subscribed at the moment, she won't be able to publicly comment on the live at the moment because one has to be subscribed 1 week or longer in order to comment on a live stream of mine. But there we have things. But obviously, because of the trolling issues, I had to implement this change. Like the batteries, since you can run indoors. We have been checking out backup generators at the fire station today. Can you believe how crazy this has gotten? I know, Harriet. Yes, we're nearly at 1 hour. Nearly at 1 hour. Going to the store tomorrow for staple items and some soups. It was me, Harriet. It was me on the Matthew Steeples live the other day. Kaz and Marcia were on the live too, to tell you of things, Harriet. Kaz and Marcia were on it. So, no, it was not a cloned account of mine. It was actually me. It was actually me on the live, Harriet. The recent live Matthew Steeples did, that was me. It was not a clone of me, it was me. And Marcia and Kaz were on, and they recognized it was me. What possessed me to go on there, Harriet? I was curious. I was curious. I wanted to see. I wanted to see the live for myself, that's all. I did, Janet, yes. Ugh. Look, I hate it to see Fiona so upset like this. I was on the live, Harriet. I was on the live. I was on the live, Harriet, to tell you on things. I commented on the live, and that was really me. That really was me, Harriet. But are you upset? I didn't realize this had upset you. Why was I on the live? I wanted to see what Matthew was doing on the live. I wanted to give a go at partaking on the live, Jodie. That's all. No, but Janet, speaking of Fiona, I hate seeing Fiona so upset like this. I really do. Oh. No, I really, really don't like seeing Fiona so extremely upset. I mean, I really hate seeing Fiona so very upset. I really do. No, I really, really do. How Kaz can confirm it's you? Well, aren't you a mod for Matthew's channel? Because if you're a mod for this channel, you'd click on my profile, go to channel, and you'll see that was really me. It was really, really me, Harriet. That's how Kaz can tell. If she'd click on, since you're a mod, you'd click on the profile, click the go to channel, and then that's me. You'd see that was really, really me. That's how Kaz can confirm it's you, because if you click on the profile and go to Go Channel and see my content, that will prove that was me on it. That will really go to prove it was me on it. If it answers your very questioning, Harriet, that is. And I hope I answered your question too, Jodie. And also, Janet, speaking of Fiona, I hadn't finished yet. Pamela, who also commented on the video, Pamela was completely right. What Fiona needed is a hug right now. No, she really does, given how incredibly upset she is. I did not say that Kaz was a mod. I said, weren't you a mod on Matthew's channel? I think you said you moderated for this channel, but correct me in case I'm wrong. You know, I never said that Kaz was a mod for Matthew Steeples. I never once said that. I think you did tell me that you were a mod for Matthew. And if you go to the live and check the replay on the live comments, if you click my profile, that was me. That was me. It was really me, to tell you on things. Steeples usually gets shit-faced while he's doing a live and packing, no doubt. And I was also sharing my point to you, Harriet, to tell you odd things. They completely deserve justice, Jodie. I totally agree with you on that. Totally. Totally. What we were talking about, Nutmeg, was Harriet was questioning whether it was really me on Matthew Steeple's live stream. And I said that it was me who commented on the live stream. It was well and truly me. But Harriet was asking, how can one prove it was me, or how can Kaz confirm it was me? I'm quite certain that Harriet's a moderator for Matthew's channel, and how she can tell it's me, because if she clicks on my profile pic on the live stream replay and then click to go channel, that will prove it was me on the live stream that gave the comment on Matthew Steeple's live stream. It will go to prove that. That's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about, Nutmeg. But my apologies if we caused you a great deal of confusion. Apologies if I caused you a great deal of confusion. But Janet, as you were saying, like Pamela said, Fiona needs our hugs. She needs a hug right now, given. Fiona definitely needs the hugs, as Pamela said, and as Janet said, and also what Zeph said, which is very true. What's happened to Trevor, Fiona, and Graham is disgusting. It's beyond disgusting what they've gone through. It's grotesque. It's completely grotesque what they've gone through. Awful. Never did they deserve it. What was. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you. If you watch Fiona's recent video, Nutmeg, it's awful. It's awful. I mean, she was very upset. What? Kaz's messages have been deleted? Kaz's messages have been deleted? Oh, what? Kaz didn't do anything wrong. What could she have done that was so wrong? I mean, what could Kaz have done that was so wrong? Hello to you, Imogen. Hello, we were talking about things. Harriet was asking if it was me on the Matthew Steeples live because I commented on his live stream recently, and I said to Harriet that it was me. It was me. No worries, not at all. We all fall behind at times, Nutmeg. No worries at all. No worries at all. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you for your friendliness towards Imogen. Thank you. And thank you, Gertrude, for your friendliness towards Imogen. Thank you. Oh, you're here. You're here, Kaz. It's terrible that Fiona has been so let down by the police, but I am confused as to why Trevor is going to court tomorrow, since the Diane lady's case has nothing to do with him or Fiona. Thank you. Thank you, Nutmeg. Thank you for your friendliness towards Imogen. Thank you. Thank you. True that, Sapper. True that. It has everything to do with Trevor and Fiona. Completely true, Sapper. Well said. Well said. And well said, Zeph. Very well said indeed. And very well said point, Jody. Completely right. Completely right indeed. Far too right, yes. Much too right. Awful what Graham, Fiona, and Trevor have been put through the pains with. Awful. Oh, Daphne. What's Daphne doing? Daphne! That's my Daphne. Hello, Daphne. Hello. Hello. Anyone else feel like the world has tilted, and you need to keep trying to straighten it back to some type of normal? Yes. Sapper said shit stirring, not shit disturbing. But what did Kaz do that was shit stirring? I mean, I don't know if Kaz saw it, but the court case, it has everything to do. I can confirm too, because I've watched it, it has completely everything to do with Graham, Fiona, and Trevor, the court case, because of the troll who had been trolling them. Obviously, the troll who's going to court has obviously caused them a lot of as the one that's done something very, very heinous. The troll has obviously done something very, very heinous towards Graham, Fiona, and Trevor. Heinous to the point where it's criminally illegal. So this court case, as Jody, Zeph, Sapper, and Harriet were saying, it has completely everything to do with Graham, Fiona, and Trevor. Yes, well said. You live under a rock. You live under a rock and miss everything. Oh gosh, Gertrude. Oh gosh. Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you for your friendliness towards Jodie and Janet. You like being under a rock, it's a safe space. But one thing I can say regarding the court case tomorrow, I really do hope I'm really well and truly hoping that the court case tomorrow I'm hoping that the court case tomorrow in the Leeds Crown Court, I really do hope justice is completely served for Graham, Fiona, and Trevor's sake of their mentality and for their peace of mind, I well and truly hope that justice is served for them. I really do hope it's completely, well and truly, swiftly served. So fingers crossed. Hopefully there's a swift, decisive outcome in the Leeds Crown Court tomorrow. Totally right, Jody. They deserve justice after everything they've been put through. Totally agreeing with you on that. Totally agreeing with you. Court is never enjoyable. I can truly imagine this, Gertrude. Despite having never been to court myself, but going past it a very great many times on the bus and things, I can imagine that court is never an enjoyable place to go to. I can only well and truly imagine that, you know. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Waity. Wait a moment. Yeah. Hello to you, Scott. Hello to you. Fingers crossed for in KY for Trevor and Fiona's families to at least see that there is justice left in the world, even if it takes too long at times. Totally right there, Gertrude. Totally right. Thank you, Janet. Oh, oh. Very true, Janet. Very well shared. Very well shared indeed. We found each other here, our own little corner of the world where we care about our friends. Very well shared. Well shared point there, Janet. Well shared indeed. Very well shared completely indeed. Separate and Harriet are protecting their mod karate. I did just read. I did just read Sapper's message, Harriet. Yes, I did read his message. Everybody was kung fu fight. Oh goodness. Instantly in your head. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you for your friendliness as usual. Thank you. Thank you for your kindly friendliness as usual. Thank you. Thank you indeed always. Most great thanks indeed. Thank you. But is Pamela Morrow still here? I mean, I'm sorry if we've left Pamela Morrow out. If we've left you out, Pamela, my sincerest apologies. But I'm a bit worried we may or may not have left her out by mistake. Because we wouldn't want our Pamela to feel upset, would we? And never would we want for her to feel never would we want her to feel upset and left out. Never in a lifetime would we want that for her. I mean, because I love Pamela dearly, I really do. You're completely right, Matt. Thank you. Thank you for your friendliness towards Harriet. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jody. Thank you for your friendliness towards Heidi. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, wait a moment. I need to sort something out in a minute. Wait a moment. Whoa! Okay. Zeph, you are funny. Oh, brilliant. Oh, Gertrude, thank you for your friendliness towards Heidi. Thank you. I haven't seen Heidi in the chat. Haven't seen Heidi in the chat. She actually, can I tell you something, Zeph? Heidi did personally message me and privately message me, that is. And she said to me that she won't be able to comment for well over a week because she hadn't been subscribed as of yet. And so once she'd subscribed, she'd have to wait a week before being able to comment. Hello to Mukmeow. Hello, hello, hello to Mukmeow. Hello, hello, hello to you indeed. Oh, Harriet, you are funny, aren't you? you do have other areas of expertise other than tinkling your fingers on an organ. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you for your friendliness towards McMeow. Thank you. Thank you. Eating a messy sandwich and fingers were too dirty to type. Not to worry, no worries, no worries. At least you cleaned up your fingers, Nutmeg. That's the main thing. Oh, oh, thank you, Zeph. Thank you for your friendliness. Thank you for your friendliness towards McMeow. Towards McMeow. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you. And thank you, McMeow, for your friendliness towards Nutmeg. Thank you. That was funny what Nutmeg said. Very, very funny what Nutmeg said indeed, Jody. Oh. But if Pamela, if you're still here, I hope you're okay. But if you're watching on the replay, but you'd never had to go at a certain point, apologies if we'd had caused you any upset or hurt, Pamela. Anyway, you organ fiddlers, you're off to bed now as it's 6 o'clock in the morning in the UAE. Do rest well, Sapper, and I hope you get well soon, good man. Hoping you get well soon. Off to bed now. Sleep well, Sapper. Ta-ta for now. But, righty-ho, when we get to the, once we get to the 1 hour, 25 minute marker, it will be time to wrap things up because I'm quite knackered. I'm quite tired and knackered, so I'm going to wrap things up. So I'm going to wrap things up in a couple of minutes. Oh, no, Nutmeg, that's a bit crude. That's a bit crude. That could have got, I mean, I don't know how Shapper could have taken to that, Nutmeg, but that's a bit crude. Yes, I'm going to be wrapping it up in just over a minute and a half time. In just over 1.5 minutes, Jody, I'll be wrapping things up thoroughly. You are taking your ass to bed, don't worry. Boobs. Boobs. Oh, God. The boob cage. We're finishing things off with boob cage. Oh, oh, goodness. Oh, hugs to you, Janet. And if I had caused Pamela upset in her absence, a big hug to her. I love Pamela dearly, and I love you too, Janet. Yes, meep, Zeph. A hug to you, Zeph. Hugs always. I'd give you a protective hug. I'd give you a nice protective hug. I mean, I would. And I'm sure Harriet would as well. Going out with a bang, true bangs. Thank you. Thank you, Jody, for your friendliness. Bit of organ practice and bed for you. Sleep well, Matt. Sleep well. Yes, you take care. Organs. Ta-ta for now, everybody, and it's now really time to finish things off. Goodbye, and may your good wishes be bringing you great expectations of happiness.